Ooh, man, this is a topic I never thought I would ever talk about. It's not on YouTube. I'm not just preparing myself. As you can see from the title today, I'm talking about the baby mama epidemic and how this problem is really plaguing our society. It's a problem. It needs to be addressed. And let's start with how we got here in the first place. It's a problem that I feel like is plaguing the black community, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's sad to see, and I'm hoping that this video can kind of help shed some light and serve as a warning for the young girls out there. So first of all, what is a baby mama? Like, what's the actual definition? A baby mama is the mother of one or more of a man's children, especially one who is not his wife or current partner. So how did this start? Where did this come from? Where do I believe it started within our community? Now, if we go back to in American history, the enslaved people who were not given the option of being married to their partner, sticking with their partner, staying a family unit. They were having their children, fathers, wives, son, everybody, entire family ripped apart and shipped over to different places. And I know that a lot of people, when they think about slavery in America, they typically think just straight plantation like tobacco, cotton. And I do apologize. It's just another one that's really escaping me at the moment. But a lot of people talk about the breeding plantations, and obviously in that situation, you're put with whoever you put with, and then as soon as y'all done doing the do, 9 to 10 months later, baby's ripped out from you and shipped off to somewhere else. So naturally, that did start the beginning of this lack of familial dynamic within the, at the time, African, well, I can still say African American community. Now, we'll fast forward post slavery to the 60s, where at this point in time, 70% of Black households are two parent households. And we fast forward over to the 90s, and it's down all the way to 33%. But that's okay. I have an explanation, if you will, as to why. So, since we were talking about the 90s, let's rewind it back to the 80s. Let's just go back and paint the economic scene. Black people have been freed, obviously, and there still aren't very many jobs, because mind you, this is the height of the civil rights movement. So America is already in its rocky times. It's not legal to do certain things anymore, but those implications are still very much there. So obviously there's going to be a wage disparity between Black and white people. While yes, you can technically apply for the same jobs, there's still no guarantee that you will be given the same opportunity as your white counterpart. So that leads a lot of people to self-soothe. And as bad as I want to blame them, I can't, because I can't tell someone how to deal with the weight of the world crushing you, making you feel like you have nothing else to turn to. So, of course, drugs are going to be an easy escape, which then leads us to the crack epidemic of the 80s. And the crack epidemic, in so many ways, really split up a lot of households, but in particular, Black households, with Nixon's war on drugs, which then led to different implementations of laws like the 100-to-1 disparity, where you can still be punished equally for possession of crack rock as you would with 100 times that amount of cocaine, which was a problem because cocaine is for rich people. Cocaine is very much a white collar drug. You're not going to see the average Joe on that powder. You're just not going to see that. But you're definitely in lower income areas. I saw a crackhead build a bike, put that bike on his shoulder, and just walk away. So am I saying it's wrong? Absolutely. Am I saying don't do crack? Absolutely. But I'm also saying I'm not going to sit up and judge these people for the way that they decided to self-soothe. But with the self-soothing, that also somebody had to supply it. So the people who didn't see it as a source of an escape to get away from their life, they now got to see it as a stepping stool to help better their lives. And so, like I said, with this 100-to-1 disparity, now we have lower income people, which at the time, is basically Black people, lower income people, then being snatched out of their homes and punished literally 100 times as hard as their counterparts. So naturally, that's removing a lot of these men who feel like, if I don't provide, what else am I? That kind of weight and that kind of desperation can lead you to do all kinds of dangerous stuff. So again, not judging them. But this mass incarceration then left mama alone at home alone, deal with all these kids. What am I supposed to do? Income's good old welfare. And with a lot of welfare stipulations, there's only a single income that you can have. You can only have that income up to so high. So even if dad isn't the picture and wants to be around, he's picking between having a father in the home and having some more income in the home. And mind you, like I said, there is a huge wage disparity between Black people and white people at the time. Bigger than it is now. Like, it's definitely been worse. It sucks now, but it's been worse. Back to the topic. Like I said, with this wage disparity, it's making mothers now have to decide, well, do I want to keep this man around or do I want to keep this money in my pocket? I want to keep this money in my pocket, and that further created the divide of the family unit. And honestly, that's a shift that we still feel today. With now 20 years of this up until the 90s, this is engraved in us. And that's how we've gotten to this, I'm a strong Black woman and I don't need no man rhetoric that I still feel is detrimental to us to this day. But what about after the 90s? The 90s didn't just solidify American culture for the rest of our lives. What happened? I tell you what happened. TV happened. TV shows like Maury and Jerry. Oh my gosh, y'all. Jerry, rest his soul, and Paternity Court have now really helped usher in the normalization of just not being a family. And I'm just going to call it what it is. Or as I really want to say, the war on the family unit. I'm technically, I think they call me a zillennial. I was born in 97, so I was a zillennial. I grew up watching this TV. So we grew up coddled in the normalization of baby mama, baby daddy drama. So now, by the time the 2010s came around, we had the rapper baby mama aesthetic with women like Ari Fletcher, Jada Cheeves, I don't remember them girls' names, and many, many more that really made it seem glamorous, beautiful, if you will.
Cheated on you. Why you stay with that nigga? I think he cheated on you.
Huh?
Huh?
No, I didn't hear you for real. What'd you say?
I said it was a rumor that he cheated on you. I don't know if you confirmed it or not.
No,
That nigga cheated.
So why did you stay with him? I think he cheated on you. What made you forgive him? I say that because everybody cheat. Let's be real. All these niggas cheat. If you want to put it on the floor. Can I get an amen?
Carisha, girls be cheating too.
You be cheating?
I ain't say that. I said girls be cheating too.
But I said when he cheated, did you cheat back?
Nope. Black women don't cheat.
I know that's right.
But no, I was off him though. Like on some real shit, I was straight on him. I wouldn't talk to him nothing. Like I cold turkey cut that nigga off.
Ooh.
Almost.
As you should. Okay, no, for real. Why you took him back?
Because I feel like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave him and I'm gonna go be with somebody else, and he gonna cheat too. Like, hopefully he don't, but he gonna cheat too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I'm gonna keep getting cheated on by the rest of the 30 niggas. So I might as well stay here and give him another chance and see if he could figure it out.
So they were showing off all of the things that their baby daddies got them. These lavish trips and these bust down weaves and the nails and the hair and the boutiques and the this, that, and the third and a partridge and a pear tree. Baby, they had it all according to them. Thus, kind of showing little girls that, well, as long as he's spending that money on, he ain't gotta be my man. Normalization of toxic relationships. You cannot build a family off of a toxic foundation. But I digress. We even started having actors make it seem like, oh no, it's okay. I ain't gotta marry her. We're just gonna pump it up and keep it pushing like rap Nick Cannon. Then we had the athlete baby mamas who just, popping out a whole football team for a football player. And you can even see it now in the straight up Gen Z's role models. They're just as bad. Even the good girls that we considered like Keke Palmer and Halle Bailey and Naomi Osaka and even little old Sky Jacks.
Oh my God, y'all gotta get in here and check this out. The tea is piping hot because Sky Jackson just confirmed her pregnancy, but I found the Facebook account of her baby daddy, and this is like literally his third or fourth child, y'all. Now, he is apparently from Cincinnati, Ohio. And when I went snooping around on his Facebook account, I saw that he had a picture of a baby girl, and he captioned it Daddy's Girl on August 4th. Now, in addition to that, on Father's Day, which is June 16th, he said, my baby told me to stop treating her like a baby. I told her she gonna always be daddy's baby. Happy Father's Day. Obviously, that's him in the background. And I'm not too sure if this is his child or not because the photo did not have a caption, but it was uploaded on June 16th, which is Father's Day as well. This is a photo of him holding a baby boy. Now, I definitely believe that this is his legit Facebook page because he just showed love to Sky Jackson getting photographed by a couple of paparazzi with her big pregnant belly. What really confirmed that this was his Facebook account was this throwback picture of him in the middle here. And he has a couple of additional other photos, but this entire situation is also crazy, y'all. While I am not trying to rain on Sky's parade, I just thought it was interesting that he literally has all these kids and this is her first one. Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, you guys.
These girls really used to serve as role models for our girls who are now tween. It's so messed up now that even though there's no real need to hurry up and have a baby before you turn 30, society has also gotten these used to be little girls and young ladies and warped their mindset into thinking that if I don't hurry up, my life will be over.
Y'all normalize this baby mama culture a little too much. I saw this girl post on Twitter, I might have my baby when I was 16, but at least I'll be outside by 30. Baby, I don't want to be in no clubs at 30. I want to be young and turned now, in my 20s. I don't want to be carrying a carriage in the airport. I'm not even going to lie to you. Every time I see a baby board my flight, I get tight. Because I know for a fact, once that airplane go up and their ears pop, we gonna hear a whole lot of screaming. And them baby screams are not the one you can mute out with some Beat Studios. You gonna hear it right through that shit. Like, don't y'all want a ring? Don't y'all want, like, some type of commitment? Like, title? Talking about it's okay if he doesn't want the kid, I want the kid. At your ripe age of 20, 21, 22, 23, and y'all be picking the brokest baby daddies. Why your baby daddy work at Foot Locker? He not even the manager. Your baby daddy makes $15 an hour. What be frying me is y'all don't even be waiting till y'all be stable to have kids. Y'all go right back to your mama house in your bedroom where you grew up in and make a little carrier right next to your bedside. You don't see a problem with that? Now you and your baby sharing the room you grew up in. I'm literally a nanny. Every day when I come into work, it literally reminds me why I'm so blessed that I don't have to come home to a coochie goblin. They cure my baby fever right up because having kids ain't easy. And then y'all don't only have one, y'all have two. I'm just saying, how y'all having gender reveal parties before y'all having housewarmings? But don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger.
But what it's really doing is it's pressuring these little girls to really have these kids before they're financially ready, they're mentally ready, or they're even emotionally ready. And honestly, I don't give a fuck how you spend it. There's no nobility in struggle.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex. And this is coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? When I was pregnant with my daughter, I went through the whole pregnancy by myself. Ain't nobody going me to no appointments, no baby shower, no gender reveal. When my water broke, I got us to the hospital and from the hospital. And I can go on and on about my baby daddy. F my baby dad. F my baby dad. But I slept with him. So what kind of woman did that make me? A crazy motherfucker. Okay? You way too beautiful, way too smart, way too intelligent to be going through something like that. So live your soft girl life. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you too good to be a baby mama. You right. Because us strong black women not strong because we choose to be. We strong because we have to be.
Maybe that's also because I grew up with people who instilled in me that there's just so much more to life than being a mom. There's just so much more to life than being somebody's wife. And there's nothing wrong with aspiring to those things. I'm currently in a relationship and I wouldn't be dating this man if I didn't aspire to one day being married. So I get it, but I'm just saying it's never going to be my end all be all. I am 27. That's it. I don't drink. I don't smoke nicotine. I don't do drugs. Like, I'm definitely going to be fine. If I change my mind later on down the line and I'm just like, yep, you know what? It sounds real good, babe. A baby. We'll be married. We'll be off the grid. And I'm not going to be working. But I digress. So all that strong black woman stuff is gone. It's dead. I am no longer subscribing to that bullshit. I am a delicate little flower. And if the slightest inconvenience pop up into my life, I will walk right over there, knock on that door, and wake my man up to have him solve it for me. But y'all do you. Which brings me to my very last point. Let's just wait till marriage. I'm not saying don't get out here doing the hoochie coochie. You're gonna do what you want to do because you're grown. Hopefully you're grown if you're out here doing the hoochie coochie. But again, I digress. You're gonna do what you want to do. And I'm just saying that being married is just, I'm just saying that being married should be the goal before you go risking losing your teeth, losing your hair, losing your whole life. Have y'all not seen the trend of people talking about their losing their spark because they just sitting up popping up babies out for these men that's not their husband?
That man will get you pregnant just to prove to everybody that he slept with you. I done been around a bunch of guys that see a girl look good, big old butt, nice body, or whatever. She pretty. And get what he gonna say? I'm gonna put a baby in her. So he can prove to everybody he slept with her. That's it. The son heals, the daughter heals. You wonder why these women big and pregnant in the hospital having a baby by themselves. Their mama might be there, their cousin there, or their daddy might be there to witness everything. But guess what? Their baby daddy ain't gonna sign a birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want to be there for it like that. So I'm just telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? They want to have a record of a bunch of fine baby mamas on their side. That's it.
And I don't care what anybody says. Being married has benefits.
How come every time somebody says it's better to wait until you're married before you have kids, people are always like, well, he can still leave you even if you're married. He can still leave you even if... Duh! The same way you can still die in a car accident even if you have your seatbelt on. But it's probably still a good idea to put that seatbelt on when you get in the car, right? Marriage protects you and gives you benefits that being a baby mama does not. Okay? So if you want to be a baby mama, that's your call. You're grown. You can do whatever you want. But stop trying to make women who want to wait until they're married before they have kids sound like they're crazy.
Married women are less likely, and when I say less likely, I didn't say they can't, so don't get in the comments acting like you didn't hear me say less likely. Less likely to have postpartum depression. You're supposed to be a team. You're supposed to have another person there to help you with everything with life. That was the whole point of getting married. Now, if that's not what you have, then that brings us to my next point. Pick better partners. We got to vet these men better. Like, you cannot. Yes, I do understand that you're going to sit up here and tell me a man can be different after you have a baby with him. I understand that, truly. But I'm just saying that I'm not going to sit up and pretend to be stupid enough to believe that there was no red flags ever, not once in that relationship. I'm not. You ignored the red flags because you don't want to be lonely. Okay, whatever. It's out there. I'm not going to argue with you about it. But since we're here, all I'm saying is to the women who are like me, don't have no kids, don't. I'm kidding, y'all. Don't. But seriously, be mindful of who you give your body to. At the end of the day, it's your body. Unless somebody got something up to your head, you can say no. So say no. Protect yourself. Which brings me very fluidly into my next point. If you're going to do it, be safe. Come on. Condoms are way more effective than the pull-out method. Condoms can't protect you from everything, but if you want to be protected from everything, then just don't have sex. And if you're not willing to do that, shut up and buy some protection. Get a vasectomy. Get your tubes tied. Get a hysterectomy. I don't know. There's just a lot of different ways that if you really just don't want to go through this, you don't have to. Again, if there's nothing up to your head, you have a choice. But lastly, If you still not gonna listen to me, you're not gonna abstain, which is cool. I get it. That's not for everybody. But I'll just say, as someone who practiced celibacy before I don't know, I don't even know how many collective years, y'all, but as someone who's practiced celibacy, it will help you gain a little bit of clarity, and it makes it a lot easier to pick through and weed through the BS, especially if you're a woman. You'll learn way quick if somebody just wants your body. They can't pretend that long. So pay attention. But if you're still not gonna stop, you're not gonna keep yourself protected, you're not gonna wrap it up, you're not gonna do whatever you need to do to make sure that you don't get pregnant, at least if you're gonna give it up, give it to somebody worthy. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you who you should and shouldn't be with, but as we saw with Scott Jackson's baby daddy, nothing about that man said upstanding citizen. That's all I'm saying. So just make sure that you're paying attention when you're dating. Like, if you look at this person and you say, if I got sick tomorrow, if I had a cold, you wouldn't even make me chicken noodle soup. Why would I have a baby with you? That's simple. Anyway, y'all, I hope I brought a little bit of understanding and a little less judgment when we talk about this topic. This is a story, not a story. This is a topic that I just get so much flack when I talk about. So we can tussle in the comments till you blue in the face, but I just want to make sure that other little girls don't set themselves up for a life that would hinder them from being their best selves. And maybe your baby is a blessing to you, and your child changed your life, and that is wonderful. But what we're not going to keep doing is glorifying this and letting our little girls fall victim to this. So, with that being said, wrap it up, wash your legs, and if you're gonna pop that cat, pop it safely, please. Like, seriously, if you want a kid, go get a pet bunny, and then see if you still want a kid. But I will see y'all in the very next video when I talk about why men don't want to date single moms. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all day, and tell me what you think in the comments. Bye.